Thank you. Pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided indicating the time and place the same in accordance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 by advertising notice in the Star Gazette and the Express Times by posting a copy on the bulletin board in the municipal building. Roll call, please.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here. We held an executive session earlier this evening that ran from approximately 7 p.m. to 7:28 p.m., during which time we discussed a personnel matter, several contractual matters, the minutes of which will be made available as soon as the need for privacy is no longer needed. Is there a motion to go out of executive session?
Motion.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? This evening, we're fortunate to have a special presentation from Mr. Michael Nardella for the Relay for Life. So I'd like Mr. Nardella to come forward. If you would, please. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for this opportunity. My name is Mike Nardella. I've been living in Lopat for about 14 years. Been very much involved in the Phillipsburg Relay for Life for the last 7 years. Being a 15-year cancer survivor myself, it's a cause that's been very, very near and dear to me. For those that don't know the Phillipsburg or the Relay for Life, it's the major fundraiser that the American Cancer Society does throughout the country every year. Millions and millions of dollars go to cancer research. The Phillipsburg Relay has been in existence for 17 years. Consistently raises over $100,000. And I think we're up to like $1.4 million in the 17 years that the relay's been in this community. So between Phillipsburg and all of the outside communities have done a tremendous job, tremendous support in our relay every year. We always have about 60-something teams raising funds and doing fundraisers, and then we usually have about 500 or 600 people at the event. It's a 20-hour event. It starts at 2 o'clock on Saturday and goes well overnight. I'm one of the few brave ones that stay overnight no matter what the weather is in a tent until 6 o'clock the next morning. But I just encourage people to come to the event, whether it's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. If you know any cancer survivors, have them come to the opening ceremonies, is where we honor the cancer survivors, and they do a lap. It's a very inspirational opening ceremonies. I always see Lori there every year doing her laps for a couple hours. Then at 9 o'clock at night is when we remember those that we have lost, and that's a very, very nice luminaria ceremony. The entire stands at the Phillipsburg, the home stands, we spell out in luminaria bags, hope and cure, and also around the track. So that's just a little bit about the relay. What I'm asking for today is what we do every year is we call it painting the town purple. We usually go through the town of Phillipsburg, the municipal building, the library, police department, places like that, Chappelle Park, and we just put up purple ribbons and signs in those buildings. So we just want to kind of bring awareness, not just to Phillipsburg. It's not just a Phillipsburg relay. It's for, all the communities. So I'm just asking for some permission for us to put some purple ribbons outside the building. I was thinking about Lopatcong Park. We also put signs up. So if I can put some signs near the schools where there's, high traffic area. Just want to make sure that it was okay that I do that. Just bring awareness through the town. And Mayor, I'd like to invite you to the opening ceremonies. We always have Mayor Wyant there. He always says a couple of words. And last year we had the mayor from Alpha, but we would love to see all the mayors there. I know it's a very busy day. It's May 17th for the town here, but it is at 2 o'clock. So if you can make it, please attend and just come over by the stage area, and when we introduce you, feel free to say some words if you'd like.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll be happy to join.
Any questions?
take a motion, permission, I don't think so. You can put up whatever you need.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
by all means,
Great.
if you have literature that we can help, put out for you to leave that with.
Yeah. Of course, I thought of that too late, but yeah,
Well,
I
we
can
have a
get
little
some
time
stuff,
left,
I
so
can get
whatever we
some
can-
stuff over to Lori.
There you go.
Okay, that'd be
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, maybe we'll bring in some brochures, yeah.
Thanks.
All right,
Mr. Nardello.
terrific.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yes, sir. Public comment on agenda items? Yep.
Yes.
Joe Imhoff, 240 Aurora Street. I've been away, so maybe I've missed something, but specifically, item 7, about a schedule for replacing police vehicles. I'm assuming that the South Warren Regional Police Commission activities are still going on?
Yes.
And how does this schedule coincide with that? And sort of as an aside, why don't I see anything on the Lopatcong website about the Regional Police Commission newer than October? Is it someplace else?
No. Police Commission, we've been still working with civil service in terms of its ultimate reconciliation and coordinating with them their recommendations for combining the respective departments. The last remaining, where we are now, is waiting for get a follow-up meeting with representatives from civil service and representatives from the commission. And so far
So
as
there haven't been meetings since October?
there hasn't been a meeting, no, because the meetings, any meeting or discussion we've had at this point has been with the state related to its reconciliation. Not until that's done, there's nothing further for the commission to do. Insofar as the police vehicles are concerned, the resolution, we haven't replaced, they've been asking for several years for us to replace police vehicles. We're to the point now where it's costing us more to maintain them than they're worth to keep. And I think the recommendation is being made that they at this point be leased, because we can lease them for cheaper than we can buy them, and replace them on a cycling budget. That would enable us to keep new vehicles, purchase out the old ones when we're done for $1 if we choose to keep them for like an investigator's vehicle, which we do now, and cut down on what we've been spending in the past in order to either keep cars to replace them or repair them rather, and fall behind in the schedule of making sure that we maintain an operable fleet of vehicles. Thanks, Jim. Anybody else on 1 through 8?
Carlos Correa, 82 Putnam Way. Number 3, I think we covered that on the March 5th meeting, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe I'm wrong. So we already allocated 112 on March 5th, and now we're allocating another 112. But you're doing it one more time.
Now we're in April.
Okay, you can do it each month? Okay,
Yeah, we have to until the
Okay.
budget's adopted,
until,
because we can only do it a month at a time.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'll forewarn you, if we don't have a budget adopted in May, we'll be doing it again then too. Until we get it done sequentially. Yeah. You're welcome. Anybody else on 1 through 8? Okay, moving on. Under old business, item number 1 is to approve the minutes of the March 5, 2014 meeting. If everyone's had a chance to read and review those, if there are any questions or corrections? Motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes, item number 1 under new business is a resolution to assign terms to the members of the Recreation Committee. I'll defer to any of my colleagues on council.
What we did is, as you know, we changed from a recreation commission to a recreation committee, and in doing that, we need to reappoint the members, which I'm just reappointing the members that I already had. And this time we're assigning terms to them, so they're going to be, they'll rotate off. In the beginning, we stagger them, so they rotate off at different times. So Robert Liston has a term of 3 years. Tammy Pita has a term of 3 years. Stacy Coe has a term of 2 years. Kelly LaFord has a term of 2 years. Alyssa Robertson has a term of 1 year. Eric Johnson has a term of 1 year. And I, as the council liaison, have a term of 2 years.
Any questions of Ms. Chesler? Is there a motion? Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, item number 2 is a resolution authorizing the redemption of tax sale certificate number 9-16 and the premium on block 93, lot 11 in the amount of $35,547.59. Senator, anything to add? Based on the senator's recommendation? Motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 3 is a resolution authorizing the addition of 1/12 of the 2013 municipal budget and sewer operating budget to the 2014 temporary municipal budget in the amount of $489,235 and temporary sewer operating budget in the amount of $131,181. We had a brief explanation from Ms. Dobbs earlier. Anything further? Motion on item 3.
Motion.
Is there a second? Discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, item 4 is to approve Linda Gable, certified recycling professional, payment of $100 for submission of the township's tonnage grant. Got it. Any questions of Ms. Diltz? Motion on item 4.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, item 5 is to approve a contract with QC Laboratories, which is our pool testing facility for testing of the township's pool water for the 2014 season at a rate of $32 per sample. QC Laboratories is the same entity which we've been using for years now, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Any questions or comments on item 5?
I have a question. Do we pay them anything other than just this $32? That's it? Right, per sample, per week? It's always 1 week for 14 weeks, you said? Okay. Yeah, it just looks, because this just looks like a bill instead of a contract. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, thanks.
Motion on item 5?
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, item 6 is a resolution requesting second 6-month extension from the New Jersey Department of Transportation Division of Local Aid and Economic Development, the South 3rd Street Improvement Project. Mr. Sturmans is not here with us this evening, but if you recall, he mentioned last meeting that in order for us to preserve our aid award for the South 3rd Street pavement project, we need to do a resolution requesting this second 6 months extension. So were he here tonight, he would make that recommendation to us. I'm making that recommendation to council. So is there a motion on item 6?
Motion.
Second. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Item number 7. Is a resolution approving the replacement schedule for police vehicles for the police department. In your packet, is a resolution number 14 dash into blank, obviously, because it hasn't been assigned a number at this point, but indicates that there are now 4 marked police cars, 1 unmarked detective car, and 3 4-wheel drive police vehicles. Makes reference to an attached schedule discussing, reflecting the proposed replacement schedule for each of those vehicles, and the costs associated therewith. So I'd ask that, I'm assuming everyone's had a chance to look at them already, but take a look at them again in conjunction with this agenda item. And someone wants to make a motion on item 7. We can have any further discussion that anyone may want to have. But I'm sorry.
I have a question, if you don't mind. In the schedule, we don't mention anything about modifying the police cars to make them equipped with all the all the computer systems and everything. Is that correct?
It's,
Except, and the price of each car is $10,000 from what I remember? Yeah. For both cars, it's 10,000. Okay. So every time we replace, we have to replace the computer system. And
or they just take it from the old car. and
they
put it
can
in
take it out and put it back in and not have to be,
the- Yeah,
okay.
the car will come with basically a frame for the computer, and as long as it's
Insert it in.
everything's
Okay.
operational, they can just unscrew it, put it in,
Okay.
Gun racks.
Okay.
painted stripe for the township.
Okay. So that's everything. The 25,000 is everything except for the computer. Okay. Okay.
Sir, motion on item 7.
Motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Further discussion?
Are we taking any cars off the road?
I haven't talked to the chief, but I'm assuming,
You handed down.
yeah, the ones, because we own them at this point.
Okay.
So I assume the ones that we can keep that are I'm sorry.
There's two that are really old we're gonna sell.
Okay.
2000 white Crown Vic. More Crown Vic. The first ones
Oh,
we're
yeah,
gonna
it's indicated on
replace.
Schedule A. It's on the bottom. See where it says to sell in 2014?
Mhm.
We'll unload
We're gonna
those.
replace are 2009 and 2007 Crown Vic.
Okay.
So this should keep you on a schedule where the cars won't be any older than 5 years. And only two lease payments per year.
That was my chief concern when we looked at it last time, was to make sure that you guys weren't burdened in any one particular year for more than we would have spent to buy new cars now. So it was structured in such a way that we spent that same, what was it, about $50,000?
So we spent more, we spent
Right.
70,000.
So to keep it down to 50, and it would be that recurring expense every year, but we'd have a new fleet, hopefully then avoid the repair costs that are associated with having older
About
cars.
25.
Did you say the white Crown Vic is at 09 or at 2000? On here it shows 2000.
The 2000 and then 2007.
2000
And then 07?
and 07.
Okay.
2000, 2007.
Any further discussion?
Are we, like, if we're going to introduce, approve this, and then if something happens and we can't, like in 2015, we don't have the money, are we bound to this?
We'll be bound to whatever lease you've entered into
Right,
up
the
until
lease.
that point in
Mhm.
time, but you can always make the decision not to
Okay.
enter into leases in a
Resolution and that goes for a year.
Okay.
So we're not.
Okay,
just be clear, you'll be tied down if
to the
you went-
lease, yeah, of course. Mhm.
Right.
until that
Not
lease
that we need
expires.
to-
Correct.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mhm.
Any further discussion? Motion on item 7? We did that already, that's right, we were discussing. So roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes, item 8 is to authorize the execution of an extension to a maintenance support agreement with MorphoTrack for the police department live scan hardware and software support for fingerprinting and mug photos in the amount of $2,633.69. With the chief here this evening to address this to us, he indicated that this is necessary to the ongoing integrity of the department, and he asked that council consider this extension of their maintenance support agreement for the technology that the police department presently uses for these purposes.
Same price as last year.
Sir, a motion on item 8?
Motion.
Second? Discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Announcements, folks. The Easter egg hunt is April 12th at 10 a.m. The rain date will be April 19th at 2 p.m. Ages 0 to 9. So for children older than 0, but less than 9, they are welcome to join us. I guess less than 10. 9-year-olds are welcome to join us April 12th at 10 a.m. And hopefully with no rain, the 19th at 2 p.m. if there is. For those of you who have been up, well, we'll move on. Council reports.
Sorry. DPW, I attended the annual recycling conference along with some of the DPW employees on April 3rd. Mostly we talked about how to throw out your recyclables. So there was a whole presentation on that, and that it could compromise the sales of our recyclables to other countries. So that was the gist of that whole little breakfast meeting. Shade Tree Recovery Program. They've provided the town with 2,000 seedlings of all different tree varieties, ranging from 2 feet to 4 feet tall. We've decided to give those out during the Easter egg hunt. If you're not coming for the Easter egg hunt, you can still come to the pavilion and pick up some trees. They're all marked. You're welcome to as many as you want, you know, keeping it reasonable, maybe 5 or 6 trees tops each. So we will be there early before the Easter egg hunt begins if you'd like to get there before the crowd. Brian told me 2,000. Yes. Then they sounded like some really nice ones. They had white dogwoods, pink dogwoods. They had some really, really nice variety trees that we have there. And they're all there for the taking to plant in your homes, outside of your homes. Tomorrow night is the final strategic planning meeting for the Board of Education. Everyone's welcome to attend. There were a series of 3 meetings. Even if you didn't attend the other 2, you're still more than welcome to come to the last one. I'm sure they'll give you maybe like a wrap-up of all 3. And if you don't go and you're interested, if you go on the school website, all the information is there about the meetings and what has come about from all of the findings from all the people that participated. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, an update on pump station 57. The wet well, which goes in the ground, which is a holding tank, and then it gets pumped out, is to be delivered this week. And once that's set in place, the plan is to lay pipe and continue laying pipe from that point and go upstream all the way to Roseberry Street. So that's going to be the objective, is to lay all the pipe in, and then come back in and do all the internal work. So that's where we are right now with that. Building and grounds, I spoke with Brian. Right now they're in the process of draining the pool. And the reason is that they believe that there is a leak. Now last summer, it was telling me that they were losing probably around 4 inches of water every couple of days. And you see the size of the pool, 4 inches of water is a lot of water. So they'll have to drain it out and bring in a certified contractor in to look at the expansion joints. They believe it's coming from there. So if that is the case, he is equipped with an epoxy to inject in these expansion joints and hopefully resolve the issue. That's a lot of water being lost. In the fields right now, all the fields are being worked on. They're being seeded and they're being prepared for the upcoming season, spring and summer. The Veterans Memorial Pad has been completed. There's still some work to be done in that area. Right here in the front of the building, as some of you guys may have noticed, you've seen the pads, the ramps on both sides, also the bottom landing, a couple stairs, and over to the right, there's a 6x6 section that's been deteriorated over time. So a couple bids came in to replace that. One bid from B&B contractor, they're out of Stewartsville. And his bids to fix the problem is $3,000, and we have Pride Construction that came in at $2,000 to do the job. It has to be repaired, all right, for 2 reasons. Number 1 is for a safety issue, and number 2, if we wait, the cost of materials will just increase. So I'd like to make a motion to award the project to Pride Contractors for $2,000 to do the concrete work out front.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes.
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 That concludes my reports.
Thank you, sir.
This month we did not, or last month, we did not have a planning board meeting. We did, however, have an EDAC meeting. That's our Economic Development Advisory Committee meeting. And again, we have a good group of people. We're still accepting applications, and we are working through some ideas, how to engage our current businesses and maybe how to attract some new businesses into town. Also, this month, I worked on some shared services issues with Corey. We are examining our options, and it's a work in progress. With that, my last issue has to do with an incident that occurred in this building last Monday. We had a few residents come in. Let me start by saying last Monday was the day petitions were due in for the Republican committee and for the mayor position for this year. So it seems that, this is what I've been told, that Tom McKay was here at 4 p.m. demanding copies of the petitions and was very impatient and demanding that these copies come in. They were only due at 4 o'clock. So he's here at 4 o'clock demanding the copies. What happens when these petitions come in? They need to be certified. They need to be reviewed prior to being sent anywhere or prior to being out. This explanation did not satisfy Mr. McKay. Then later, Mr. Olszewski came along, and so did Mr. Carlos Correa. The incident's still being investigated, but my point in bringing this up now is that this is a place of business. And I think I've mentioned this in the past, a year ago, to the same group of people. Whether you like it or not, there are employees here to do their job. They are here to do work. They are not here to immediately cater to every whim that just comes into mind. So I would appreciate that people would show some respect for our employees and to please stop harassing the employees. There was more to this story. It seems that Mr. McKay and Mr. Olszewski were then peeping in the window of an office around the corner of the front of the building. I really think that that's juvenile behavior. Then, after peeping in the window, both Tom and Peter come around the front of the building and then asked what's going on in that office and why were certain people in that office. Again, juvenile behavior, no respect, and I need everyone to please. There are employees here working. They're doing their jobs. They're trying to do their jobs. And I would like respect to be shown for this to do. That's all I have right now.
Thank you, Ms. McCabe. Ms. Cheslin?
Let me start. As mentioned, the Easter egg hunt is April 12th at 10 a.m. for children under the age of 10. Our rain date is April 19th at 2 p.m. The Varuns Project is well underway. There's pictures on our Facebook page that you can see some of the progress. I saw Mr. Nixon today. The donations have literally been pouring in. The response has been overwhelming, tremendously moving to the point that these veterans, I think, were moved to tears. It's just amazing how the community has come together for such a worthy cause. Really, truly, I think he was speechless over how much he's raised already.
Brought in over $10,000.
Yeah. Yeah. He needed $10,000. He has $10,000 from the residents of the town. And
Don't let that discourage anybody who didn't know
yeah,
that yet.
please,
Go ahead.
because we never know what costs may come up. Again, the dedication will be May 17th at 11 a.m., rain or shine. I think it's going to be an absolutely amazing day, and just the stories that he has coming in are like you said, just overwhelming. On May 24th, we have our LAA baseball clinic. That is a free clinic. It's being run by Major League Baseball players. I don't think I can officially say who's coming, but I even knew who it was, so I think that'll be pretty impressive. Sign-ups are at 9 a.m. The camp begins at 10. I believe it goes till 12, and then they're going to have autographs. If you didn't get your money in for the veterans, you can send your money in for the baseball clinic. Like I said, it's being run on donations, and it's free to everybody in the county. Also, on June 14th, we are hosting the softball all-star games. There's 3 games. They start at 9 a.m. That info's on the Facebook. You knew that about that, right? Cool. Okay. I know, I don't think you did either. The info's on the Facebook page for that. Again, I have to credit my my LAA for, I wanted them to do more, and they did. They're an amazing group of people. The brackets are in. They only came to $540, so you'll be very happy. So I'll have a bill for you. For the salary committee, we're going to need to open the ordinance this year. So we will be adjusting the low end of the ranges to accommodate for any new hires we need to make. For the budget, we have, we're gonna work on a schedule so we can work together. We'll work with Betty, work with her, her work schedule and try to get all our questions answered. Because we do need to introduce the budget in May. The only other thing I can say is just a little about what Maureen said. I'm not going to go into it a lot here, but I do work for a major corporation, and we have many training modules that we have to do, code of conduct, code of ethics. One of them is workplace violence, and what happened here the other day was unacceptable, and it cannot happen again.
Thank you, Ms. Chesler. We need to take official action on the need to bring in a part-time funding subcode. Recommendation is from our construction official, John Fritz, to use Leon Fortner, who presently serves in that capacity in Phillipsburg, on an as-needed per-hour basis, correct? So I need a motion based on Mr. Fritz's recommendation.
A motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
Yes.
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 Yes, that's all I have. So let's see what we got here. Tax collector?
Premium on block 121, lot 1, in the amount of $14,898.34.
Yep. Okay, and what's the second one?
Certificate 2012-030, block 104, lot 28, the amount of $30,291.
2. Based on the senator's recommendation?
Motion.
Second? Discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Ms. Stokes?
I just have 2 items. The township has received $8,342.25 for the Highlands Grant, and they will be receiving $30,000 for the Safe and Secure Communities Grant.
Thank you very
How
much.
much for the savings?
$30,000.
Thank you, Ms. Stokes. Motion to approve department reports? Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Pay bills?
Motion. Pay bills.
Second?
Yes.
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 Yes. Folks, questions, comments?
Carlos Correa, 82 Putting Way. I just want to talk about the incident on Monday because I was here and at no time I'm speaking about myself only because I didn't see what the other 2 gentlemen were doing. I don't have eyes in behind my head to see what they're doing. So I'm speaking on my behalf. At no point whatsoever I was harassing adults. I never had come to this building to harass anybody. I've been very polite, asking for documents and waiting patiently for a response. So I don't like to hear my name on comments that I was harassing an employee of this building because I had never done that. And if Belle kindly can say whether I had done anything wrong, I will appreciate if she can testify
She's
here.
not going to answer that.
Okay, but that's the truth. As far as when the police officers came over, we asked them if we were doing anything illegally, and the answer was no. So I don't understand why the incident is still under investigation. We were told by the 2 police officers that we were not doing anything illegally. So I don't understand why an incident is under investigation at this point. It's a matter that should be closed. There was nothing done illegally on my part. Like I said, I don't know about the 2 other individuals because you were out there, Mr. Mayor. You came, you pick up, you saw us out there, and you can see that we were just waiting outside. We were not doing anything illegal. I mean, you were there, you saw us. So I just don't know why now, I'm running for Republican committee. I don't want this to be saying, hey, you have a guy here that is harassing employees, because that's not the case. It's actually very, very sad that I have to hear Maureen, which you were not there. I don't know how you're getting your information. You were not there. So you're hearing it from somebody else. So verify your sources, because I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that I didn't do anything illegal, that I didn't harass anybody, and I will never harass anybody in this office.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else? Any other questions or comments? Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.